Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you guys doing? This is Lia Abney, consulting author and speaker, coming to you this morning. How are you guys doing? So last Monday I was not on. You can still hear that my voice is doing something weird. I do have my tea this morning, a little jasmine tea going on here. So I will be sipping throughout this. I do apologize. However, I actually have a voice today. Even with drinking the tea last week, tea, water, nothing helped you guys. So sometimes you just have to rest. But I'm so glad I did. I hope that you guys had a great weekend. How are y'all? How was y'all weekend? I had a good weekend. Tell me about your weekend. Go ahead and, talk to me in the comments. Those of you who are joining. Again, my name is Lia Abney with the Keep It Moving Monday Morning Motivation Show. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope that your last week you were able to get through it. And we are in the month of March, you guys. So March. So happy birthday to everybody that has a birthday, those who have anniversaries in the month of March. Um, Congratulations on your longevity. Just a lot of great things. I mean, the month of March has kicked off. We know that this is Women's History Month. So I'm gonna shout out a couple of young women that are making moves. I am so honored to have known them and have met them. So we have Sharmika Love and her wonderful husband who has moved on from our area here in Augusta up to Atlanta. Congratulations on your just blessings that are flowing from above. Continue prayers to you. And then also Cortina Jackson, who is up in Texas. So, girl, I love your journey. I love your journey. Both of these young ladies. I'm just thank God I get to see their journey, and I'm so honored. So, blessings to the both of you. Continue to pray as open doors come open for you, and as you continue to just be an example of other women what they can achieve. So thank you both so much in your acting endeavors. So congratulations. Both of you are in that industry, and I'm so happy for the both of you. So, but we got a lot of other women who are making impact. So if you are a woman, this is the month to celebrate you. Go ahead and talk to me in the comments. Give me a shout out. You guys, please follow me on Instagram because this weekend has been really great for me. I have had some revelation knowledge, some things that I have to address in my own journey to say, hey, Leah, there are some things that I need to change, and change doesn't always come easy. How about you guys? What about how do you handle change? I know I don't do it very well sometimes. Sometimes it's like, wait a minute, can I have can we have a conversation first before this change happens? But I'm learning as I'm getting older to be more flexible and to be able to hashtag keep it moving. And so this weekend, I decided to do something different. I've had, so many times I've been talked out of doing this. And so I'm like, no, I'm going to do this, because it will help me just center myself, get myself more focused. And then not only that, I'm giving myself some self-love. So women, during this month, if you have not made it a habit of doing something different, try something new. Just try something new. So what did I try that was new this weekend? So this weekend I decided, you know what? I'm going to stop putting this off. And I decided that this year on Sundays, I am going to visit a new park and throughout Georgia. So the first place I went to was Mistletoe Park, and I really enjoyed my time out there, the water, just the being out there. And I said, I'm going to bring a book, read a chapter, do some writing in my journal. And yes, I could do it from my home. Yes, I could do it in a park here in the city that I live in, but I want to get out of the city. And so I did that. And you guys, I can't even begin to tell you how wonderful that was. It's something that I have delayed, I have procrastinated on, and I am believing in God that it will make a difference in my journey, and I will get more clarity, more strength. I will get more courage, to do the things that I have been putting off because um, I'm afraid of the outcome. And these two women that I mentioned at the top of this show are examples of faith walk, is an example of perseverance and taking a chance. And I am like, wow, God. And I'm like, I'm not crying, you guys. It's itching. My eyes itching. And so I'm like, wow, God, this is what's possible when you walk in your impossible, I don't want to say it's impossible walk, but it's a possible walk that sometimes we in our minds are thinking that it's impossible. And all it does is just for us to take a chance. So I'm just like, God, I know my season is coming and I don't know what it's going to look like or what it's going to bring, but I am willing to take the chance. So we're going to see what this year going to bring me. We're going to see what it's going to bring me. That being said, you guys get out there and do something different. Okay. Do something different. Do something different. Okay. Don't, there are things that we say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, but we're waiting for the right time. Stop waiting for the right time because the right time is never going to come. Yesterday was not the perfect time. It's Sunday. And of course, you got church. So all I did, you guys, was I said, wait a minute, I'm streaming church. I can hop in my car, turn it on, or I can leave early enough, get to the destination, or I can listen along the way, whichever one it is. And I'm like, why am I making excuses? There was no excuse whatsoever. No excuse whatsoever for me not being able to do things that I want. So yeah, so Sunday, and if you want to follow my venture, please follow me on Instagram or on Facebook because I will be posting my different trips as I'm visiting the different parks in Augusta. So I'm so excited about that. I really am. Getting out there in nature and just seeing what God has created in different areas. So that was my weekend. Product shout out. Woo-woo, product shout out. So I have a product shout out for you guys. And I follow her. She's a comedian. She's a gospel artist. She has made her mark in the community. And I know a lot of people's like, well, you're always buying from celebrities. No, I don't just buy from well-known people. I buy from I love supporting Black businesses. And these are just some of my products that I bought recently. Give shout out to Stuggy's Cookies, who is locally here. We got Yasmin Ryan, who has a soul tree. Who else do we have? We got authors here in the local city of Augusta and around the CSRA. So Humanitary, who has your vegan options and really good food. So there are Divine Health Waters for you, who has alkaline water, who I purchase from them all the time. I'm one of their clients. So there are a lot of local folks that I purchase from as well, and I'm shouting them all right now. But however, back to the young lady that I was speaking about, who I have the link in the description that you can go visit them. And guys, I love her stuff. Okay, so this is Lexi Allen. Most of you may know her as Lexi TV. She kind of does, she's really big on Instagram. And her product is I am. Okay, you guys, so her packaging was on point. I love, love, love her packaging. And you get this, so she does makeup. It's again, it's called Greater I Am, EYE, like the I am. And what you get is she has makeup, so she has lipstick, she has mascara, she has eyeliner, she has lashes, she also has um eyeshadow. Sorry, I don't know why. An eyeshadow. And you guys, this is so freaking cute. I love the packaging. This is very textured. And so this is Noah's Art. Noah's Art. Can y'all see that? Noah's Art. And so this is one of the packages she has, and she has them named in different biblical themes, and I'm trying to take this off right here so you guys can see. Oh God, this package is kind of okay. There we go. And I love the texture on it, you guys. So Noah's Ark, and I haven't tried it yet because I'm trying to venture into, and these colors are popping, you guys. I don't know. Can y'all see that? These colors are popping, popping, popping. So you have 2x2, new day, flood, sun, rain, raven, wood, dove, promise, drunken, sky, wind, and wind. So yeah, so this is the Noah's Ark. And then the great thing is it looks like a little bulletin, right? You get this little card that comes with the makeup, your eyeshadow. But then on the back, it gives you these different instructions. Can y'all see that? Let me see if I can get that there. These different instructions that shows you how to put on makeup, but then you have these different what she calls youth meeting, revival, choir, concert, church picnic, midweek service, Friday night prayer, and church anniversary. And so she tells you, what to put on your lid, your inner corner, the crease, and the lash. So you can buy the lashes, which I don't have. I may have to go back and get the lashes, and I may have to get some lip color as well. But I did get one lip color, guys. The packaging was so superb. It was professional. I loved it, loved it, loved it. But guys, do y'all see this lipstick? Can y'all see that? Let me see. Okay, there you go. Can y'all see that? It is so cute. It is so, so cute. And I absolutely love it. This is the lip gloss, you guys. And this one is Flesh. And so yeah, so I'm gonna have to go back and probably get some of these others. They have she has Purity, Virgin, Forgiven, Church Girl, and also Confession. And I believe there's some other kinds on there too. But I have to go back and get some more of this lip gloss. And I absolutely loved it. It wasn't sticky or tacky. Sometimes you buy lip gloss and it's like sticky and tacky on you. It's like you press the lips together and they stick together. You don't get none of that with this. So great job, Miss Lexi and your team. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna give you a shout out and tag you on Instagram. So I'm gonna do a product highlight on my Instagram page to Miss Lexi. So thank you, lady, for thinking about us and doing it right. And you guys, this is the thing. She also has classes available for you to learn how to put on makeup. So I may have to take one of her courses as well. Okay. So you guys, that's pretty much what my weekend was like. That's my product highlight for today. And that, again, that is Greater I Am. And that is with Miss Lexi Allen. Thank you, lady girl, for thinking about us. So you guys, you know what we do. I want you to stay tuned as we get into our topic. And thank you for joining me.
Black G, Black G.
Hey, you guys, how are you doing? Thank you for coming back. This is Lia Abney, consultant, author, and speaker with the Keep It Moving Monday Morning Motivation Show. Thank you guys for joining me. Those of you who don't know who I am or want to learn more about what I offer as far as consulting services, you can hop on over to www.liaabneyllc.biz. That is www.liaabneyllc.biz. And guess what? I got something else for you. You can also follow me. Please, please, please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Lia Abney LLC. What did I say again? Y'all do me the great favor of what? Of what? Of what? Subscribing to my YouTube channel, and I greatly appreciate your follow. Hit the bell notification so that you will get notified when more videos are uploaded. So thank you so much. So So thank you so much. So again, you guys, thank you for joining me this morning. And as I was saying at the top of this show, those of you who are watching, if you are watching a little later, please put replay. Give me a shout out. Tell me who you are, where you are watching from, so I can shout you out. All right. If you have products or service or products that you would like for me to highlight on Lia Abney LLC at the Keep It Moving Monday Morning Motivation Show, please just DM me. Please be mindful, be respectful, okay? Don't just send me anything. And especially if you are people of color, I definitely want to be able to highlight your products on my Instagram. So again, thank you so much. So you guys, how are you guys doing? I know that there are a lot of changes that happens, and sometimes things escape us, and we get distracted, right? And so I was like, Leah, you just getting too distracted. And we know that the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy, right? We know that. We know that. We know that things come in your life, even for those who are like, well, I just don't believe in the Bible. Well, look, you believe in something. You believe in something. And whatever it is that something is, we also understand life happens. Okay, maybe you're one of those that's like, well, life happens. Okay. But we also know there's practical principles that anybody uses, whether you are a person of faith or you're a Christian or whatever your values and faith lie in, that we know that things come against us that shakes us. Okay, things come against us that shake us, and we all have that innate need to be what? Happy. We all desire to be happy. So my topic for today is happiness. You guys, I want to talk to you about happiness because this week it was like, sometimes when I think my voice is going out and things are going crazy, I'm like, okay, God, what you want to talk to me about, because the voice ain't acting right or my body's not acting right. And I'm having to slow down. I'm having to take a breath. I'm having to relax. And I'm like, God, okay, what? What? Okay. And one of the things I was seeking God about is change. I'm like, God, I want to see something different because there's certain areas on my life I am not happy about. I'm not content. I need a change. This can't keep on going on. And the very first thing that I heard is, and I'm going to share it with you, deals with happiness. It deals with happiness. Now, I want to share this scripture with you. In Psalm 19:8, it says, the commandments of the Lord are right, bringing joy to the heart. The commands of the Lord are clear, giving insight into living. And I'm like, God, I want to live happy. Because I want to live happy. Now, there's several other scriptures. There's not so many scriptures in the Bible that actually reference happiness. You'll see a lot of scriptures that reference being joyful. See, y'all hear that? The frog coming. Give me a minute. Oh my God. There we go. So, and being joyful. But I want to talk to you about happiness because one of the things that I have come to understand is that happiness is a choice. Happiness is a choice. I have to choose to be happy, even in the midst of things going wrong, even though, and I'm seeing the things that I want to see. I realize it is a choice. It is a choice where I have to decide, despite what it looks like on the outside or what I'm feeling on the inside, I have to decide I'm going to be happy. But then I have to be able to visualize and imagine what would that happiness look like. Do I believe God's going to do it and that'll happen? Yeah, but there's some things that I have to proactively do in order to see that happiness happen in my life. I cannot look towards for things, for material things. I can't look for happiness through somebody else or something because that's temporary. That's temporary. And I'm not looking for temporary happiness. I'm looking for a long-term happiness that is going to last and it's going to take me somewhere. It's going to take me where I desire to see things manifest in my life. And so this is something that I was meditating over this past week, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And so that prompted me to do something different this weekend and to create the happiness that I'm looking to have. And I was like, one of the things I have delayed in doing because I was listening to other people to say, hey, look, Leah, that stuff is right here. And they say, yeah, okay, great. But that's not creating my happiness. What I'm doing is taking your suggestion, your idea of what you think is going to give me what I'm looking for and doing that. And yes, that may be great for everybody else, but it may not be great for me. So, what is great for you? And I am seeing in other people's stories where they are starting to walk in and creating their own happiness. And it doesn't mean that they don't believe God to do it, because I do believe God to do it. But he can't do it. He's done his part. Now, what part am I doing? Am I just sitting back and expecting happiness to come to me or great things to happen to me? Okay. So one of the things I want to do is see my business grow. Lia Abney LLC. I want to be the first millionaire in my family. I want to create something different that has not been done in my family. I want to be an example of that to my children. And one of the things that I started noticing is, wow, God, if you're blessing my son to get the job that he wants, working on aircrafts, you guys, this is so freaking amazing. You bless my youngest son to work the job that he's working, making way more than what I'm making. And then I'm watching my daughter excel in college. I'm like, surely, God, there's something else for me. I desire more. So I'm like, how do I get this? Because currently, right now, my current state, now don't get me wrong, the house is a material thing, but it's not bringing me happiness. It's nice. I've achieved that. I needed that I needed this for my family. I got it. Okay, fine. But I'm like, there's something else that I feel when you feel there's more for your life, it's like you're not content and you want to see things happen. And one thing that I've noticed with anybody that is walking in their success is that they walk through seasons of when things are not working well and walking through things when things are working well. Prime example, I was watching Kev on stage. And for those of you, he is a comedian. He's doing great things out of California. He's created his tribe. He is bringing job opportunities to people of color and people of non-color as well. And he's just making an impact. And he was just talking about how, he was responding to a question that deals with, how do you get the followings? How do you, become an influencer on social media? And he said, hey, look, are you willing to create 100 episodes to get where you're going? I am on just episode 34. I'm like, well, shucks, man, what? And I always say, it's not about the amount of viewers that view me, because I know it's going to take a moment. It's going to be a season. I'm like, yes, I'm willing to do my 100 episodes. I am willing to get, if it's 200 episodes, because guess what? One person's success doesn't necessarily mean it's mine. And so where am I going to choose? And I want you to hear me, because my happiness isn't in being an influencer. My happiness is making an impact and changing, creating a legacy for my kids and to create an empire. That is my happiness. And to watch my kids grow, be successful, be community impactors. That is where my happiness is. Me walking in my purpose, giving opportunity for other young people to explore their goals, help them achieve their goals, and also help other businesses. Money is not going to bring me happiness, but walking in my purpose will bring me happiness. Being an influence, offering my skills in the earth according to what God has given me. That is my happiness. Okay. And so I understand happiness has to be a choice. It has to be a choice. And so again, how do you decide that that's going to be a choice? You have to really hold on to and do an inner, um, explore your inner thoughts, your inner feelings to understand what is it that you really want to achieve? What is it that you really want to do? What do you think your purpose is? So another thing is that happiness begins on the inside, and it is a conscious decision that you desire to change, that you desire to change. And so I was like, well, God, okay. So part of that means when it says you desire to change, that means it is an internal change. There's things about yourself that you're willing to change. Because a lot of times when we're looking for happiness, we're expecting somebody else to change. Yeah, because the person that's irritating you, they're not making you happy. You're expecting them to change, but not for you to change. It is you. It is all about you. Happiness is about you because guess what? Things and people will not bring you happiness. The true happiness that I am looking for, I understand it has to begin with me. It is an internal thing. My kids, although they externally they are making me happy, but guess what? They may turn around and do something and say something, and all of a sudden I'm not happy with them. Those things do come, but I'm talking about the inside, that thing that makes me wake up in the morning and makes me like, oh my God, this is my life. This is my life. Isn't this wonderful? That feeling. That feeling of happiness is what I want to pursue this year. That feeling right there. No matter what externally is happening that may shake my world, I have this internal happiness that makes me like, wow, my life is fabulous. That's the internal happiness I'm looking to see. And so I understand in order for that to happen, it has to be a conscious decision for me to have a desire to change, and it begins on the inside of me. Next, happiness happens even in difficult situations, as I stated before. Despite what happens on the outside, guess what? I can still wake up and say, okay, I know I have this to address over here, but my God, greater things are coming out my way. And I understand that I have to be what? How does that happen? I understand that everything in my life does not need to be going right for me to experience happiness. Everything in my life don't have to be going right. Everything in my life does not have to be going right in order for me to experience happiness because I've already made the internal decision, a conscious decision that look what I want to be happy. I want to be happy. So if I'm not enjoying my job, guess what, Leah? You're going to be happy because now what I am doing is I am going to decide I'm going to take certain actions to get me to another job. And what would that look like? So I can focus on that, knowing that, hey, this is only for a season and it's coming to an end. And it's going to come to an end. Now, I know you hear me. I know some of you are probably saying, well, Leah, you know what? There are some things that we have no control and it seems like it's never going to come to an end. You're absolutely right. But can you walk through that even despite of? There is a happiness when it happens on the inside of you that even though, I mean, think about it. You may turn around and find somebody that is terminal ill and you're looking at them like, how do they have this attitude of happiness? Because it became an internal thing where they either accepted this situation and then they realize, okay, I can either choose to die on my deathbed, to in misery, or I can live in happiness. I can either live in misery or I can live in happiness. And again, that becomes an internal conscious decision. It starts with you because you can have so many people, that will come and talk to you. You can have family and friends and say everything's going to be all right. But you keep on telling yourself, no, it's not going to be all right. No, because you keep on telling yourself and you're holding on to those emotions. For some of you, you like those emotions. You're attracted to it. And it's like that euphoria of feeling miserable. And so when you're feeling happy, it's strange for you. Those emotions are strange. And until you decide, you know what, I no longer want to be feeling this way, I no longer want to be in anger anymore, it becomes a conscious decision. I don't want to feel miserable. I don't want to be unhappy anymore. So, what are things in my life that's making me unhappy that I need to change? Is it a person? Is it a thing? Is it my weight? Is it how I'm handling my finances? Okay, it's how I'm handling my finances. I need to find somebody who's going to hold me accountable because I'm no longer going to be ashamed of the position I am in because of my finances, because I'm making unsound decision. I'm not budgeting right. I'm not doing the things I need to be doing. Oh, I no longer want to be in this type of relationship anymore. Why? Because it's distracting, because it's not benefiting me anymore. I don't want to feel like a yo-yo. I don't want to have my feelings here anymore. I am no longer going to accept this anymore. My standards are going to be increased and higher so that I no longer fall into this thing. I can say no. So what is it that you're going to make a conscious decision about when it comes to your happiness? True happiness. Oh, I no longer want to be on this job anymore. I'm not going to go to work and have an attitude. I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to start applying for some jobs. I'm going to start networking. What am I going to be doing? I can pray, but what am I physically going to be doing to change that situation so that happiness comes my way? Okay. And I'm going to say this right here is my next comment. I choose to be an active participant in my happiness. I am no longer going to be a bystander. I'm no longer going to be a bystander. This is my mantra this year. I am an active participant in my happiness. Are you an active participant in your happiness, or are you standing by waiting for things to change and you're accepting things that do not benefit you, that's making you miserable? And you're like, well, Leah, there's certain, no, if you are married, how are you going to change that? You know, if you're in a relationship, are you doing things that is creating this situation? Is it your attitude? Is your a lack of engagement? Is it nitpicking? Come on now. You know, and if is it abusive? What are things that you're accepting that is creating unhappiness in your life? Now, hear me. I'm not telling you to leave. If you're married, I'm not telling you to leave nobody. So don't even turn around and say it that way. I would say, first of all, get counseling. Okay. Go to marriage counseling if that's the case. Seek help where you need to get help. If it's an abusive relationship, please go get help. Call somebody, call your pastor, call somebody that you can feel safe with. Please get the help that you need. Okay. If it is depression or anything else, please go get the help you need. Sometimes we need more help. Don't be ashamed to get the help that you need. Don't be ashamed to get the help that you need. Okay. If you're in a dating situation, again, get the help that you need. Okay. But there are some situations where you can make a conscious decision, say, this is not healthy for me. Okay. If it's a job and you're married, talk to your significant other. Communication becomes very, very important. Okay. In that situation. But again, choose to be an active participant in your happiness. Don't be a bystander. Okay. I choose to be an active participant in my own happiness. And so what does that mean? That means I am making choices that are beneficial to me. It may seem selfish, but guess what? I have the right to be selfish with my happiness, with my own happiness. I'm not going to let anybody come in there and destroy that. Look, you're going to talk negative, you may have to move on. If you're going to be a temporary fixture, think you're going to be a temporary fixture in my life, go on about your business. Because I don't need it. I'm not that desperate for attention. I'm just not. And so, am I looking to change my job? What am I going to do about it? Well, again, I am going to be actively participating and applying for some jobs until I get the one, until somebody takes a chance on me. I want to create a business. Okay, I'm going to actively network Even though that may not be my comfort zone, I'm going to actively network. Oh, I want to be a writer. Well, I'm going to be actively writing and I'm going to be learning about how to publish my book within my budget. Oh, I want to improve my finances. I am going to actively seek somebody to be my accountability partner. Okay. And I'm going to seek for financial assistance from somebody that can help me with my budget. Okay. And so this is being an active participant in my happiness because even though these are things that are happening, these are things that I can actively participate to have the desired outcome that I desire for my life. And what does that require? It requires networking, it requires commitment, communication, and it also requires connection. Those are the 3 C's of action. If you want to learn more about the 3 C's of action, I do have that course, and I have a workbook that is available at my website at liaabneyllc.biz. And so these are the things I'm like, God, you know what? He created me with these ideas. I'm like, okay, I got to get to work. Because sometimes what happens is you go through seasons where you are, where you've gotten stagnant, you've gotten distracted, and it happens to me. And I'm like, okay, Leah, you know what? My mantra for this year is I'm going to actively participate in my own happiness. But then I had to first envision what would that look like, Leah? So the first thing I said, well, part of that would be I would love to go and just get out. I want to, because I love to travel, you guys. I love to travel. But I don't want to always have to get on a plane to travel. Because I don't mind going in my car, riding up the road for about 4 hours, make that happen, and, visit family and friends and, visit new cities and new towns and stuff like that. There was a whole slew of towns between here and Atlanta. And I said, well, God, I want to visit the parks between here and Atlanta. I said, I may even go into South Carolina or even North Carolina. Who knows? Maybe I even, go to a few beaches in Florida. What is it that I want to do? And so I am making an act, I'm actively participating and deciding that, hey, on Sundays, I'm going to include this as part of my mind, body, and soul Sunday trips. I'm going to include these in there. I don't need nobody to come with me. And I don't need nobody to stop me either. So I'm going to make this happen. And it was absolutely, my first trip was absolutely wonderful. I absolutely loved the journey. I loved it. Came back home. I felt rejuvenated, ready to start the week. And maybe it may not be something like that for you. Maybe it's something even on a smaller, scale. Maybe it's just getting out and saying, hey, you know what? I am proactively going to read, which is one of the goals I wanted to do was read. So I incorporated the two by saying, hey, I'm going to go find a park, but I'm bring a book. And while I'm there, I'm going to walk a trail, but at the same time, get some great photos. And then I'm going to take the time to read and write in my journal. And so I'm able to incorporate those all together, but at the same time, I am doing things that I enjoy that's just for me. Being a little selfish because it's okay, because it's absolutely okay. So you guys, I want to say that as you're going through 2021, take some time to create your own happiness, okay? Take some time to create your own happiness. Let's go back to the scripture before we end this. In Psalm 19:8, it says this, the commandments of the Lord are right, bringing joy to the heart. And for me, happiness is going to bring so much joy to my heart. Wherever that happiness looks like, it's going to bring joy to my heart. And I'm hoping it will bring joy to your heart too. The commandments of the Lord are clear, giving insight into living. And so as I am creating this happiness in my world and in my life and in my journey, guess what? I am giving insight into greater things that God wants me to do in the earth. And I'm so excited about it. The things, things that I have procrastinated about doing, things that I have put off because, I allowed other things to overtake my life, I'm like, oh my God. I said, there's so much more. And I'm so excited about accomplishing a lot of those things. So again, I thank you guys so much for watching on today. Go create your happiness, y'all. Keep it moving, okay? And thank you for those of you who want to learn more. Please visit me at liaabneyllc.biz. You can subscribe to the newsletter and get a free ebook. So go on over to the website, go ahead and subscribe. And I want to thank you guys so much for joining me on today. And you guys, I'll see y'all next week. I will see you guys on next week. Y'all have a blessed day.